We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Chargers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Southern California. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
51's the mic.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Herbert now.
At the 32-yard line.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They snap it to Herbert. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Palmer, 51 yards. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Let's go.
Tua on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
All day, every
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And oh, this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go, defense.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
This is 2nd and 8.
Hey, turbo one.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on third down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And out of bounds right around the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. A leap, and he's got it. Quentin Johnston high in the air to bring it in. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes the score 21-0.
Chargers 21, Dolphins nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
The tackle by Derwin James. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Achane. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
After the turnover, here's Herbert rolling to his right. And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Eckler, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 28-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Dolphin first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers.
Herbert on 1st down now. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of Eckler. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Chargers first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll hit Mostert again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua, a final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last.
He's got a man complete and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. And my goodness, another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. 4th down now after a loss of 2. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception. And
he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Chargers 64, Dolphins nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
we all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And the Dolphins first down.
Ricky.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Tagovailoa. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerome Baker able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Brings up second down.
Negative yards. Negative.
Set. Green 80. Green out. Delta. Set.
On second and a long way to go. Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
A pickup of 23 yards.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happened.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose again, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try now from Dicker. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big and the onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.